Well, I got my headlamp on, as you can see when the light moves, and I'm trimming off all this excess that I squirted in there last night. The can of spray foam, I restored the nozzle from a YouTube video I saw, and it came out great. So now I'm trimming it. I've sawed through a lot of it. Then you gotta kind of finish slicing down to whatever surface you have. This is subflooring. So let's see. You don't want to cut clear under. You don't want to cut past this surface when you're undercutting this way. So you got to be kind of careful. So let's see, is that, I got a couple pieces out already. This is boring, but this is how you do it. This is just a steak knife. A cheap, crappy steak knife. Actually, it's a little, the more flexible they are, probably the better for this operation. But it works great. The serrated edge, the jagged edge really helps cut this stuff nicely. In fact, it cuts so easily that you gotta go slow. Especially this direction, because there's nothing to hit. I can cut completely under there and actually ruin the seal. So I just gotta get it some of it's by feel, because this is so deep you can't tell where you are. So there's a bunch of air leaks in this house, and I kind of wish I'd waited to get this done, because my my thermal scanner is supposed to be coming in the mail tomorrow, and I could do a before and an after on it, but I'm just sick of all this leakage, because you pay for it every time you turn the heater on. And we got a cold snap coming, and I mean, it's going to just get below freezing, which out here in the desert, that's cold. Oh man, that gives you cramps if you do it too long. Okay, here we go. This stuff sticks to everything. That's why if it gets on something, when it's wet, you got to get it off. Okay, now let's cut down and see what we can get off here. Just peel it gently, because you don't want to tear it. It's tougher than you think it is, but you still don't want to tear it. You want a nice clean line. There, oh, that came out nice, yeah. I sucked that one out a little bit. See, that's what I mean, it tore. I'll show it to you here in a second. See this piece sticking out? It tore it out from underneath. Okay, so that's why this operation, you just really want to be careful. Otherwise you have to seal it up again, you know? Okay, whew, ouch. That hurts. Alrighty. We're getting it. We're getting it. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now eventually this will get sealed with, I don't know, material or something to hide this edge. Some quarter round, something. There we go. Nice and easy. You don't want to go very far underneath. You just want to break the bond with the bottom surface, whatever that happens to be. Ouch. This makes my hands hurt. Ouch, 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 ouch. There we go. Look at that. Nice clean piece. So, yeah, at some point, not in this video, I'll sand that flat or scrape it or something. See the excess here? This stuff is really sticky, which is precisely what you want. Okay, let's see if we can clean this off a little bit. Okay. Well, it looks like it filled it pretty good. There was a lot of room for expansion going this way, so it probably spent most of its time expanding in that direction. Let's see here. This one's going to be tougher because I can barely get in here. And the seal on the bottom of the door was replaced last year because when it would rain, water would drip out here. So we've had a storm on this side of the house pounding on the doors and windows over here, and nothing happened. Everything's nice and tight, so just trying to get rid of the air leaks where we can. Okay. Yeah, the edge is a little rough. I see I undercut that one a little bit too much, so there you go. Nice chunk. Sealed a huge portion of this leak. So, can you guys even see that? I know we got some dry rot here, but it's the middle of winter and I'm just not going to deal with everything the most perfect way I can. But a lot of this was because the roof was bad when we got here. In fact, it was horrendous. And that's what happens. It damages the interior of your house. And, alright. So you can see how that came out. Nice and relatively clean and straight. I'll figure out how to seal that up. So it's a little more finished, but we don't have a flooring in here yet, so I tend to kind of want to wait for that sort of stuff. Anyway, there it is. That's how you take expanding foam and clean it up with your steak knife. The serrated edge, nice cheap knife, nothing special. And the more flexible, the real cheap knives are real flexible, and they work even better for this. It gets around a lip like this and stuff like that. I've even used them for body work on cars. They're hard, but they're flexible. They don't bend much. This one could have bent more, but it's all I had. Yeah, it's all swollen here. Wow. Okay, that's it. See you. Bye. Happy holidays.